moment you ever know.
Today I'm going to be taking a break from the typical day in the life blogs to the random things that I do to do a vegan tag Q&A. So if you haven't seen this before, it's basically just a rundown of a few, I think about 10 questions about being vegan, and yeah, it's basically as simple as that. So we can jump right into this. And I think it'll be a great opportunity for you guys to get to know me a little bit better in terms of being vegan, at least. So the first question is, when and why did you become a vegan? I became a vegan, it's been about 3 years now. It'll be 3 years on January 1st. And today is, I guess, we're almost a week and a half away from the new year. So I've been vegan for about 3 years. I was vegetarian previous for about 4, so I haven't eaten meat in 7 or 8 years. I think 7 years now, so that's really cool. It feels really nice. I was actually around 160 pounds overweight, in my opinion, and I got chronic headaches. I didn't feel well at all, and now I have a lot of energy. I feel great, and it's definitely been one of the best decisions I ever made. I'm not sure if I'm answering other questions here, but I became vegan for the animals mainly, and understanding. I had a friend at the time. He's still my friend now, but he was talking a lot about factory farming and all the horrible things that are happening in the world, the environmental destruction, devastation, and telling me to read these books, watch these documentaries. And then once the book opened, I just kept looking more and more into it, and I made that decision immediately to stop eating meat. And then I realized about three years into it, that when I was still eating dairy and cheese and whatever, any animal product, I realized I really wasn't doing the right thing still, because I was still consuming these things. And I mean, not everybody's perfect. It takes a lot of time to really get into the groove and understand what you can eat and what you don't want to eat and what you shouldn't eat. And then from there I became vegan, and it's been a great thing. So it was initially for the animals. I discovered all of the health benefits from there, and then it's just been an overall encompassing awesome thing. So, and now, what was the hardest part about becoming vegan, and is it difficult to be vegan? Honestly, I didn't think that was really a hard part about it. You have to be dedicated to it. You have to be compassionate about it. You have to have a reason for doing it, I think. And I never thought anything was hard. I guess breaking habits is definitely something, and having a support group is really what helps people stick to it. But I mean, I know I habitually ate eggs every morning when I wasn't vegan. When I was vegetarian, I would eat eggs all the time. And then I guess breaking away from that and finding out other alternatives to what I can eat for breakfast, which is so many. And then just being able to have food accessible to you at all times to make it a little less daunting. But it's not daunting at all. It's so accessible. It's so easy. You can go to the grocery store now, and there's just endless options, from the produce section to any of the sections in the store. There's going to be at least a few vegan options. Not any, but you know. And is it difficult? I don't think it's difficult. I think I don't know. It's the best. It's far from difficult, in my opinion. And the next question is, do you let certain things slide from time to time? No, I don't think you can let things slide. I don't know if I understand that. I mean, when you're living this lifestyle, you're not doing it you're doing it for a purpose, so it's no sliding. How do you deal with people who are closed-minded about your lifestyle? Well, I mean, I do my best, if the conversation arises, to talk about it, to tell people how I feel and why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if they are not open to it, that's their problem. You can only lead them in the right direction, but otherwise it's sorry. I don't you can only do so much, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So that's how I deal with that. I don't try to waste a lot of time and energy into negativity and close-minded people, because there's only so much you can do and say and how much information you could present. But if they are not willing to change, then so be it. Maybe one day they will, but I don't know. What is your opinion of the meat and dairy alternatives? I think they're great. I think anything that makes being vegan more accessible to people, I think that's great. I know a lot of the things are processed, not that healthy, not healthy at all. Even some of the items that exist out there are the products that exist, but as long as animals aren't being harmed, I think it's a step in the right direction, as long as the environment is taking a little bit better care of because of the products that are being produced. Which I don't know how all of the products are produced. I don't know the exact environmental impacts that are being taken or taken against the environment, rather. But the alternatives are awesome. I consume them. Do you feel judged by other vegans sometimes, and how do you deal with it? I personally don't feel judged by any other vegans. I have a great community of vegans here in LA, and back home in New Jersey, where I'm originally from. I moved here about 3 months ago, but I never really felt judged there either. I didn't have too many vegan friends there, but I think just being as positive as possible and accepting of everybody, I think that is key when it comes to dealing with people who are necessarily, I guess, people who are going to judge. Just, I mean, let them judge if they want, and just do your thing and stay positive and know you're doing the right thing. I think in the vegan community, seeing everybody so divided between high carb, low fat, or raw, or completely raw, and like saying one specific way of eating is better than the other. I mean, it may be healthier in some regards, it may not be. That's not really the point, or why people do this. I mean, a lot of people do this for health reasons, which is awesome. That's fine, whatever you want to do. But it's more of a lifestyle to display compassion and to live your ideals, and to just do the right thing in terms of not harming other beings and doing the best you can for yourself. So I think that's the most important thing here when it comes to being vegan. And if people are going to judge, I know on the online community, there are a lot of people who have very strong opinions about one specific way of being vegan or their particular lifestyle, and people can do as they please, but it's definitely important to be accepting of the community at large, and no matter what type of vegan you are, you're doing the right thing. So it's awesome. And what vegan diet do I follow? I don't know if I necessarily follow a vegan diet. I don't eat animals or consume animals or wear animals. I think that's all that I follow. I mean, I try to eat as much organic, natural produce and whole foods that I can. I don't always. I get a lot of snacks in the mail. I work for a company called Vegan Cuts, and I'm coordinate their snack box, so I do get a lot of snack foods that I will eat because they're there. And I'm typically very busy, so I don't always get the time to cook an entire meal that's as healthy as it could be, but I do my best when it comes to that. But as long as it's vegan, I'll pretty much eat it unless it's really disgusting, and I'll avoid it at that point. But I eat vegan food, plant-based, no animal products, however you want to slice it and dice it. I don't know. Is anyone in your family vegan? No, I wish. That'd be really cool. My parents are super supportive of me though, and when I lived at home, they cooked for me all the time. So that was really nice. I love them both very much, and I appreciate everything they've done for me. They have been making more a conscious effort to eat more plant-based and whole foods and slowly cutting out things, but you know, it's a process, and I don't hold anything against them for that. And I'll make my joking comments to them every now and again, but other than that, no, they're not. My brother is vegetarian, pescatarian. I think he eats fish, but he's always doing something else. So we kind of did that at the same time. I think I went vegetarian first. He followed, and he works on a cruise ship. So eating healthy and plant-based is not always easy to do there. So he does eat fish from time to time. I don't know how often, but he's vegetarian. I would say he's a pescatarian. But no one else in my family is vegan. Going to the holidays with them used to be interesting because my parents are very accepting, and then my aunts and uncles and cousins, they're accepting, but I don't think they understand since they don't really live with me or know much about the lifestyle. So I think it's more of a lack of understanding than anything. So, but there's always some interesting conversations to be had. How do you react to interactions with meat eaters? Either them being rude, making ignorant or false claims, or having general questions. You know, I think I mentioned this earlier. Just to be as open and accepting as possible with everybody is the most important thing. Nah, just because somebody eats meat doesn't mean they're a bad person. If they're interested, giving them information on the lifestyle and why we do it, and that's pretty much all you can really do. And I mean, if they're gonna make rude or ignorant or false claims, that's their problem. If they want to ruin their day to do that, that's fine. The best I could do is not pay attention to it or try to tell them otherwise, but that usually heads south pretty quickly. So, thankfully, I haven't had too much with that. I mean, there have been people who do make ignorant and false claims to me all the time, but I do my best to diffuse it and not really worry about what they have to say, and just I know I'm doing the right thing here. So I think that's really what matters. And then the final question here: do I know any vegans in real life? Yes, plenty, and it's been awesome through connecting through social media with people and meeting people in real life at different vegan events has been incredible. There's a huge vegan community here in LA. In New Jersey, it lacked a bit. I knew a few vegans, but not so much. I have an awesome girlfriend, as I'm sure most of you know, and she's vegan. We do some really cool things together with the vegan community, and yeah, a lot of I would say most of my friends here in LA are vegan, so it's a really tight-knit, close community. So that's, I don't know, it's really cool to have that. And I know a lot of people don't know vegans in real life, and they only know them through social media, which is cool too. But I mean, to have people in real life that you can connect to and have that support group there for you in person is definitely, it's really great. And I feel like people who don't have vegans in their life right now, I feel like they will in the future, because just keep living the positive lifestyle, though people will find their way to you, and positivity will find its way to you. So that's what I have to say on that. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope I was able to share some personal insight with you about my views and opinions on the lifestyle, and a little bit about myself as to what I do and why I do this. And I hope you all have an awesome day. Thank you.